Good morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back to the new GTA Online Black Friday event and update here. We have so much to talk about. It is Thursday. The new GTA Online weekly update has arrived in game. And today we're going to be going over all of the largest, the biggest, and most major changes that Rockstar has made to GTA 5 Online for this next week here, because we have some awesome things to talk about, from money bonuses, huge property and vehicle discounts, free items, limited time rare and removed vehicles featured back into the game this week only, and more. This is actually going to be a pretty heavy and busy week for videos, so make sure you stick around. Let's jump in and let's get started. When it comes to a limited time free reward you can get in GTA just for logging into the game, all you need to do is just log into any session, whether it's public, private, crew session, invite only, doesn't really matter. You will unlock this Pluck Me sweater. It's in the seasonal section of the tops. Then just look for the Pluck Me sweater and shirt here you can get. Starting off talking about our bonuses this week in GTA Online, the Super Yacht Life missions are paying out 5 times money and 5 times RP. You can actually make some crazy cash when playing through these, because remember, with the bottom dollar bounties update, they also received a double money buff permanently, so they're paying out twice the normal payout values as before, and now with 5 times money, it's just insane. Players, for their first time going through these missions, are making like $140,000, which is something just absolutely exceptional. Now, not only that, the FIB priority file for the week, which is the fine art file, this is also paying out 4 times money. So normally you get about $300,000 for completing the priority file, because it's double the value of the normal ones. It's double because you can only play it once for the week. It's not double because it's always technically on bonus, right? But it's just the payout value for the priority file is always double the normal one. So you're normally making around 300K per priority file. This week with 4 times money, that jumps up to $1.224 million, and the fine art file is the easiest one to speedrun. You can complete this, I'm not kidding, in about 16 to 17 minutes. Every player should be completing this in less than 20, and we'll be talking about this later in the week with a full guide on how you could speedrun the fine art file. But if you want to know how to complete this one along with the other 3, well, I also have a Garment Factory FIB file guide on my channel you could check out as well, and it'll also teach you about the fine art file if you just want to see a full guide in its simplest, easiest to understand form. That should answer all of your questions about the Garment Factory in general. We also have triple money and triple RP on the community combat series this week. Double money and RP continues for the new listings missions, or 4 times money if you have GTA Plus. The shipwrecks are also paying out double cash and double RP, and the returning limited time game mode for this week that's also on bonus is Deadline as an adversary mode. And this one, we have 14 different Deadline modes. This is also paying out double money and double RP this week. Now, don't forget about your weekly challenge, because the Super Yacht Life missions, if you play through them, you just complete 3 of them, and you will unlock $100,000 as a reward, plus the Vibrant Smoking Check Jacket, or the Vibrant Check Smoking Jacket. And also keep in mind, owners of the Orion or Pisces models of yachts can upgrade to the Aquarius for free, but the Orion as well as the Pisces yachts and even the Aquarius are also 40% off this week. So we'll be talking about that in just a little bit here later on in the video. At the Diamond Casino and Resort for this week here in GTA, we have the podium vehicle, which is the ANIS S80RR. This absolute beauty. Realistically, this is basically what the Mazda 787B looks like. For some reason, though, Rockstar added that ANIS RE7B to the game. They gave it the parody name in GTA for the 787B, but this is supposed to be the actual car. You also get some elements of the Nissan R90C in here, but I gotta go with my absolute baby, the Mazda 787B. Either way, when it comes to top speed, it's 123 miles an hour with this car. Really good acceleration, great contender in the supercar class and category. You get unbelievable downforce and cornering performance, especially on all those technical tracks, of course. If you take it off-road, it's actually super stable as well. I don't know why you'd want to take this thing off-road, but you can if it comes down to it. And it will perform slightly worse than the Benefactor LM87 in overall performance, but I mean, those are the top 2 most competitive endurance style vehicles in the game, so it's not like you're missing much. And as a free car you get this week off the wheel, it's worth it. So let's spin up that lucky wheel, see if we can get lucky here. Who knows what we're gonna see. We did win the Dinka Jester Classic last week. We're gonna get very close this week. Well, I guess not super close. 10,000 chips, or 10,000 RP, excuse me. Don't forget about your daily visitor chips at the cashier as well. Here at the LS Car Meet, your prize ride for the week is the ANIS Urus, which is actually a pretty decent car when it comes down to it. The prize ride challenge for this week to unlock it is placing top 2 in LS Car Meet series races for 3 days in a row. So not too major of a challenge. This is kind of like middle of the road, because you have to place very low or high. I don't know what you'd say. You need to come in second place, obviously, or win a race, but you need to do it for 3 days in a row as well. So not the hardest and worst challenge, but also not the easiest and simplest to do. It's not super cheesable, but I mean, just enter a drag race for 3 days in a row, come in first or second with one other player, and you should be good to go. But if you're trying to race legitimately, it may take you a little bit. Anyway, solid top speed with this car, 117 miles an hour. Acceleration's on the slower side. It's a heavier tuner car. You get great corner and grip though. You get stable entry, exit, maybe a little bit of oversteer if you push it too hard, but that's kind of the case with any car, to be honest. Really strong braking performance here. Tight turns are super easy to manage. It's very easy to drift around with this thing as well. Predictable rear wheel drive control, and also we have to mention the off-road performance. It is very good off-road. The weight of this vehicle helps you stay planted to the ground when going over bumps or taking off a jump and things like that. Again, it's not an off-road vehicle, but it will perform just fine if you take it off-road. All right, and now for the big heavy hitter for this week, all of the Thanksgiving and Black Friday vehicle and property discounts. Let's start off with something that you can get for absolutely free. If you're an owner of the Orion or Pisces super yachts, you can upgrade to the bigger and larger Aquarius model for absolutely free. But not only that, and this is something you can test yourself to see if it actually works, all yachts anyway, whether they're the Orion, Pisces, or even the Aquarius, all of these yachts are actually 40% off this week anyway. Any Galaxy super yacht, including its modifications, are 40% off. So if you have, or excuse me, if you don't have the Orion or Pisces and you want that Aquarius, you can just buy the Orion or the Pisces, whichever is the smaller one, right? And then upgrade to the Aquarius. So get 40% off the smaller yacht, which is already cheap, or on the cheaper side, and then upgrade to the big one for free and save millions and millions of dollars. But you have all the different upgrades you could do, the fittings, the lighting, color, name, model, etc. You have all those different options here. And so this is one of the big discounts for this week. Next up, we have some other ones we have to talk about. So we have the Eclipse Boulevard garage, which actually, I guess I'll just go to the pause menu here and we'll go outside. You can see it right here. This is a 50 car garage with 5 different floors, 10 slots per floor. This is a 50% off discount right here. In addition to that, if we go to Maze Bank Foreclosures, you can get the Garment Factory for 50% off. It's absolutely worth picking up. Not only that, you can get all nightclubs, upgrades, and modifications in this game for 50% off this week. The nightclub is great passive money. You can also pick yourself up a hangar, either one at LSIA or honestly even better at Fort Zancudo. These are 50% off, including the upgrades and modifications this week. Same with the Mackenzie Field hangar up here to do the Oscar Guzman Flies Again mission for 750k every single hour on hard mode right here. This is also worth buying. Then you have all the car wash businesses, whether it's the car wash itself or the associated businesses once you buy the car wash, like the Smoke on the Water Smoke Shop and the Higgins Helitours helicopter business. These 3 are 50% off as well. All high-end apartments are going to be 50% off, and the Benefactor Terabyte, including all of its upgrades and modifications, are also going to be 50% off. Tons of opportunities in the game this week for different properties and some really good vehicles, but that's not all. Here at the salvage yard for this week in GTA Online, here are our 3 vehicle robberies. Starting off, the Grotti Stinger GT. It's a standard range car for the week, or mid-range, whatever you want to consider it as the word, but this is stealable as part of the Gangbanger robbery. We also have another mid-tier vehicle for the week, the Dinka Jester RR, featured in the Duggan robbery, and then the Ocelot Jugular, another mid-range vehicle, mid-tier vehicle, featured in the cargo ship robbery. None of these are claimable this week. If y'all are watching this video on the day of Thanksgiving, November the 27th, well, here is the location of the gun van. We're up here at the north side of Sandy Shores today. I'll zoom into the mini-map, or the map, so you can see the location right here. Just hit the muck. And when it comes to the gun van, we have some awesome opportunities here. So we have the railgun featured here, the compact EMP launcher, the battle rifle, the heavy rifle, the precision rifle, the Widowmaker, the up and atomizer, and the baseball bat. The railgun, if you're a GTA Plus member, you can get this for 50% off. If you are just a normal player and don't have GTA Plus, you can get the compact EMP launcher for 50% off. And then if you have GTA Plus, you can get 40% off, but everyone else who doesn't have it, you can get 30% off every other gun. The battle rifle, the heavy rifle, precision rifle, Widowmaker, up and atomizer, and the baseball bat. The 2 picks you need to pick up this week are the up and atomizer and the railgun for absolutely certain. The battle rifle is also a gun van exclusive, so you may want to grab this as well. Here at Luxury Autos for the week, we have two different vehicles, so let's check them out. Of course, that Ubermacht Revolter is still for sale here, technically still free with that Santa Nove monogram livery, but specifically the other one is the Banshee GTS, the Bravado Banshee GTS. Crazy paint job today and livery and stuff like that. It looks kind of unique. Usually I don't talk about Luxury Autos vehicles, but that one I needed to mention because we still have that ongoing opportunity. And then this is a pretty interesting looking Bravado Banshee GTS as well. Here at Simeon's for this week in GTA Online, we have some excellent vehicle picks. We usually don't see good cars on, opportunity here or for sale here, but a lot of them are actually discounted this week, or actually all of them are. So let's go through them, but you could pick them up with these customization options pre-applied from here versus just buying them off of in-game websites. So first, we'll start off, let's go left to right here. We'll start off with the Dubachi Champion. This is the vehicle you guys saw me driving and using at the beginning of today's video. Raw performance-wise, honestly, for a supercar, kind of average, but it becomes an absolute powerhouse because you get the Amati Tech upgrades, you get the remote control unit, missile lock-on protection, bullet-resistant windows. It's just one of the better armored civilian vehicles in GTA. The only thing is it's super expensive. And Rockstar, I think, did they reduce the price or did they buff it in the spring of 2023? I forget, but either way, you can purchase this for $1.749 million. Next up, we have the Benefactor LM87. This is a top-tier rear-wheel drive supercar, super precise handling, strong corner and grip, absolute beast on technical tracks, just like the Anis S80RR. But if you utilize the PC-specific speed glitch with this vehicle, you'll go faster than any land vehicle or any vehicle in the game. I think overall, non-glitch top speed isn't going to top the charts. It's like 127.5 miles an hour. But the agility and the race car-like stability you get with this car make it an absolutely elite choice, in my opinion. So if you want to pick this thing up, your money will not be going to waste. $2.1 million if you'd like to purchase it today. Next up, the Pegassi Tesseract. Such a weird, this is like a Hot Wheels car. It's crazy. Super high top speed for an electric vehicle, but honestly, also, you should have instantaneous torque and instant throttle response because it's electric, but you actually get delayed acceleration and kind of obviously a poor top speed, as well as just poor high speed handling. In general, it feels very slippery and slidey. It's not that great in a straight line. It's not too great on a technical track either. So it's like, where does this vehicle fall into play on like a special stunt track or something like that? $1.7 million purchase price. Next up, the Pegassi Ignis. This is a top 10 supercar in the game. You get fantastic speed. It's all-wheel drive, so incredible traction, nice grounded feel. It's going to lack a little bit of downforce, which is going to limit your grip around, the fastest corners you're going around. But like I said, still a top 10 vehicle, in my opinion. And the weaponized Ignis, especially HSW, is just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. If you do want to pick up the Ignis, I mean, it looks beautiful from the rear as well, but this car is going to run you $1.7 million this week. Then we have the Progen Emrys. This, alongside the Krieger, which was available for free a few weeks ago, is still just one of the long-standing goats of this game. It's one of the fastest non-HSW supercars, just for top speed, but also lap time as well, because the amazing grip you get. I mean, it's razor-sharp cornering with this vehicle, blisteringly fast acceleration. If you're a skilled driver, this is the way to go with a car, especially on last-gen platforms, where it's still the best overall pick for racing, in my opinion. If you do want to pick this thing up, if we inspect it, it's going to cost you $1.986 million this week. Here at the LS Car Meet, when it comes to the test drive vehicles, we have even more options for you to pick up. Some that are worth it, some others that maybe not, depending on the type of player that you are. I'd say they're more unexciting than the ones we saw at Simeon's though. So let's check out this vehicle first. This is the Karen 190Z. As a vehicle, in terms of performance, it's ideal for a beginner player out there because you get super accessible and easy driving with good handling. It's easy to go around a turn with at a super fast speed. If you want to drift, you could do it. Acceleration's okay. Top speed's 110 miles an hour. Those stats aren't top tier, but still a very fun car to drive. It's rear wheel drive. It's just, smooth, stable. I really can't say anything negative necessarily about it. But at $900,000, is that beginner friendly for the price tag? Absolutely not. And I also want to give you a shot of the rear of the car. Now, next up, this is the Lampadati Michelli GT right here. I would say all across the board, average performance within the sports classics category. You do get amazing grip, which is awesome, but top speed's gonna lag in a straight line. It's kind of like a compact design, right? And it has surprisingly bouncy suspension, so just be careful kind of taking sharp corners because this thing is a little bit top heavy, higher center of gravity. You may flip and roll with it. When it comes to buying it, $1.225 million though. Again, expensive for that car. I'd say you get more value out of the 190Z. Then we have my favorite this week, the Ocelot Lynx. When it comes to my favorite, it's my favorite for performance and looks, not the price tag. $1,735,000. You get way better value from other cars, but you get huge amounts of torque and good acceleration with this car. Top speed though is very, very just mid. It's average. A lot of understeer as well within the sports class. Like I said, there's better performing cars that are just better than this, but I love the look of this Ocelot Lynx. I think the front and the rear of this car look really nice and sporty. Because those were mostly property as well as some service vehicle discounts, we have another service vehicle. You can get the Avenger. This is 70% off this week, which is insane to be getting a discount on this vehicle, plus all the upgrades and modifications, the gun turret, the vehicle workshop, the weapons workshop, the operations terminal to do the Charlie Angels missions, plus the 3 LSA operations, which are pretty fun. The Avenger overall is an excellent vehicle to use. It's a great service vehicle. You can use this as a business to grind money. It's a great vehicle to use in general for other businesses to grind money. There's all around only upside with the Mammoth Avenger, and at 70% off, it's absolutely worth it. Now, we have tons of other vehicle discounts that are 40% off and 30% off we're going to be discussing. Most of the time when I talk about these, we have too many to do for this video. It's going to be too long, so I'll have another video out tomorrow explaining all of the vehicle and property discounts in detail so you could figure out what you want to do without just listening to me just say, you know, buy it or don't buy it, right? We'll actually talk about the value and you can make the decision with the comprehensive details I provide on if they're worth it or not. So let's continue on with some vehicle discounts here. The Bravado Banshee GTS, this is 30% off. You can get this car for $1.4 million. The Ubermacht Niobe you can get here for $1,316,000. This is a 30% off vehicle this week. The Benefactor LM87, you can also get this car for 30% off, $2 million. The Pegassi Ignis, this vehicle is 40% off. You can get it for just under $1.7 million. The Dubachi Champion, like I said, this is a 40% off vehicle, $1.687 million. The Inis ZR350, 40% off for $726 grand. The Invitero Coquette D10 here is actually featured. I'm not sure of the discount, but whether it's 40 or 30, this wasn't mentioned in the notes, but it's discounted here on Legendary Motorsports, so you can pick that up. The Progen Emrys is featured here as well. You can get this for 30% off for $1.9 million. The Vicer Neo for 30% off for $1.3 million. Overflawed Tyrant is featured here. You can get this for 30% off or $1.76 million. The Pegassi Tesseract for 40% off for $1.7 million. Ocelot XA21 featured here for 30% off for $1.662 million. Progen Tyrus, $1.785 million or 30% off. The Lampadati Cinquemilla featured here for 30% off, I believe, $1.218 million. Lampadati Komoda, 30% off, $1.19 million or $892 grand with the trade price. Coil Raiden featured here for $962,000. You can get this car for 30% off. Ubermacht Revolter continues to be free. The Classy Vigoro ZX convertible, you can get this car for 40% off, $1.377 million. BF Club for $768 grand, another car that wasn't really mentioned to be on discount. Same with the Impante Beater Dukes for $226,000, so some more opportunities we didn't even know about yesterday. Ubermacht Zion Classic, you can get this for 30% off or $568 grand. The Classy Granger 3600 LX for $1,050,000 or 30% off. On Warstock, even more amazing weaponized vehicle opportunities. The F-160 Raiju is on sale for 40% off, $4.1 million or just under $3.1 million with the trade price. The Pegassi Toreador for $2.5 million at 40% off this week. The B11 Strike Force, $2.28 million at 40% off. The Impante Deluxo is on sale here, $2.587 million at 40% off. The Vapid Cara, so the 6x6, $1.242 million at 30% off. The TMO2 Kanjali, $1.737 million. You can get this for 40% off. The Karen Technical, just the normal, not the Aqua. You can get this vehicle here. It's also on discount. I believe this one is for sale. This is 40% off for $884 grand. The Mammoth Hydra, you can also get on discount here, 40% off, $2.394 million or $1.8 million with the trade price. Get the Swift Deluxe, normally $5.15 million. Get it for $3 million here because it's 40% off. The normal Luxor on sale for $975 grand at 40% off this week. And I think that's all the discounts we have this week in GTA. The Bravado Banshee GTS, I forget if I mentioned it at the beginning, but so many different opportunities. So you could see why I need to provide more detail in a separate video on these, on if you should buy them or not. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. We are going to be wrapping everything up right here, so make sure if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, or if you just found the information helpful, consider dropping a like on it and subscribing to the channel if you are new and you want to see more GTA 5 online content just like this. Of course, also, you could feel free to check me out and reach out to me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/HazardusHDTV for more consistent GTA Online money grinding live streams. It is the GTA 6 waiting room over on there, and I look forward to chatting with you guys over there. Tomorrow, make sure to tune back in for the Black Friday discounts review. We have so many to go over, and while we touched on the vehicles at the end of today's video, I really want to go in depth tomorrow and provide you guys with some more value on some cars I think you should absolutely buy, because we were more focused on everything else today. So again, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.